What's up, YouTube? Y'all know who it is. And no, 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 no. We can't forget about Todd, baby. The real monster of Fort Myers. The real bruiser of the thick tongue saga. Because I'm still trying to figure out how a woman can advocate so loudly for someone off the internet, but go silent when it comes to the women in her real life. Where was the advocacy for Tyronica, who had DV charges against Todd? For Marcella, who had her own charges against him too? For Rashonda, the woman Todd abused for years. The wife. And everybody knows it, including you and your mama know it. Justice for Rashonda too. What about Irene? She deserves someone to speak up for her too, didn't she? That woman should have been fighting for the real victims, not covering for her own brother. And if you ain't never read this or seen this post she made, take this time to go ahead and read it because I ain't reading all that out loud. I just can't believe that this same man who claimed to be this OG, this big timer, this street dude, I can't believe him. This so-called man walked into a courtroom, y'all, trying to have his wife sent to prison like she's some type of criminal. When everybody knows that he was the one putting his hands on her the entire time that they were together. The whole marriage, he was disrespecting her. But now he want to flip the script like he the victim. No, he just can't handle the fact that she moved on, that she found peace without him. That's what really got under his skin. He thought because he refused to sign them papers that he was gonna have one more shot to control her. But the tables turned. And then let's not ignore the rest of the crew. The three stooges. That's him, that's Thick Tongue, and that's the 304 sister Tanya. The three of y'all walk around Fort Myers like y'all the mafia. Like y'all some type of bullies. One sister trying hard to be white and she reject her own blood, embarrassed by where she come from. The other one, she a 304 with no shame, out here sleeping with married men, taking up in everybody's business. But what really gets to me is how obsessed she is with her own brother. That's not just weird, that's disgusting. You walking around him butt naked, y'all kissed on the lips like that. You can't tell me something that happened between them two. And she got a whole husband, y'all. A husband that people say they they say like boys. I don't know. But that whole family is sick in the head. Sick. I'm telling y'all, it's something demonic going on down there in Fort Myers with them people. Them three right there. Let's get into this post she made. We're identical, looks and personality. See what I'm saying? Yet we're the only set of twins I know with different birthdays. She love this man with everything in her, y'all. That's why I be trying to tell y'all that fake advocacy that she be doing. She's a fake advocate. And anybody who supports a fake advocate is just as fake as she is. Period. The more information I find out about Jean Bean, baby, the more I can't stand her. The fact that her and her family down there trying to mess with that lady, his wife trying to bully that lady, what you did, you will pay for. Because I don't know why you think that you above the law, baby. But the fact that you fraudulently transferred her marital assets into you and your daughter's name is against the law. And I hope you get what you deserve. If I got to call down there and tell them folks myself that you did it, because I don't like you. You a fraud. You ain't never been no big boss, baby. You had your house for 9 months and then it went in foreclosure. Remember? And then you was squatting in them people's house until you met that old man whose house you stay in now. Don't forget, the streets always talk, baby. You just dried up. You dried up and used up. Okay? Because the streets said that Peanut don't want you. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm trying to warn you. Now let's get back on Todd, the so-called street man with a badge in his back pocket. Because the streets been talking, baby. And they said that you the police. They say you been a snitch your whole life, cutting deals, getting reduced sentences in exchange for names. They say you out here wiring up people's cars with trackers, setting folks up and playing both sides. But somehow, you still in the streets pushing weight, though. Make that make sense. And don't even get me started on your mama, baby. The people say she evil. They say she deep into witchcraft. The same ones always screaming about God with a Bible in one hand and a hex in the other hand. Y'all some hypocrites. Fronting holiness on Sundays and playing demons the rest of the week. And then there's the dirt that people are whispering, honey. That you was messing with your cousin TT ever since she was 16. They say that relationship went on until she was 18. So what does that make you, huh? You're a predator. A sick, twisted child predator who ain't got no business walking around free. Now, while all this going on around you, here comes your sister, Carol, the thick-tongued advocate for convenience. She got all the smoke for strangers on the internet, but no energy to call out her own blood. You want to advocate for survivors, but your own house is burning. You had a front seat to the abuse that women like Rashonda, Tyronica, and Marcella went through at the hands of your brother, and you ain't say a word. That ain't advocacy. That's performative clout chasing, baby. Because real advocacy means calling out the bruisers that's close to you, not just the ones you can profit off of. When people like Carol play this fake role, it hurts the real victims. It makes people question the legitimacy of actual survivors. It dilutes the message and turns the movement into mockery. You out here standing next to monsters and trying to act like you pure. You ain't no advocate. You just another voice for hire. And the thick tongue saga is exposing all of it. Because guess what? The thick tongue saga still gonna continue. The truth about y'all not loyal to nothing but a dollar. That's the only thing that moves y'all. Not love, not truth, not family, just money. Y'all are pretenders, fakers, fronting like y'all solid, like y'all close, like y'all this knit, the tight-knit family. But y'all only come together when there's a photo op or a holiday to show off for the internet. Outside of that, there's no real bond, no real support, just envy, gossip, and hidden agendas. Y'all don't even love each other. Y'all tolerate each other. And half of y'all don't even do that well. As for family, y'all ain't family goals. It's a family full of secrets, of betrayal, of grief that never got healed. It's trauma on top of trauma over there. It's a dark cloud that follows every last one of y'all. A cloud built from lies, abuse, neglect, fake advocacy, and generations of hurts that nobody ever tried to break. Y'all so used to dysfunction that you call it loyalty. You call it tradition. But what it really is, it's a curse. A cycle that keeps spinning because nobody is real enough to tell the truth or step up and break it. And you can lie to the internet. You can pretend for your followers. You can spin narratives and shift blame and try to discredit everyone who speaks out. But what you can't escape is karma. See, karma don't move on your schedule. It don't show up when it's convenient. Karma don't need approval or an audience. It just shows up quietly, powerfully, and right on time. And when it comes, it don't just tap you on your shoulder. It knocks the whole house down. So keep thinking that you're getting away with something. Keep thinking that your secrets are safe. Keep living like your hands are clean while your heart is filthy. Because what you plant, you eventually reap. And y'all been planting pain for years. Y'all been planting lies, manipulation, and evil for years. So don't be surprised when all that comes back around. And this time, there won't be no thick tongue left to talk your way out of it. Understand me? God sits high and looks low. So you can go ahead and you can pretend to be into God and pretend to be having Bible studies and pretend to be changing your life. But God knows the truth. I'll see y'all in the next video.